You see, in all this, in everything Jacob is doing through this whole process, he is functioning as a man of God. He has not always done this. His walk with God has sometimes been rather bumpy, but here at the end, he clearly understands his position, his identity. He is utterly focused on God's will. In this case, he's focused on God's covenant with Abraham. And one particularly critical part of that covenant, the land of Canaan that God promised to Abraham. We read about that in Genesis 12:7. The Lord appeared to Abraham and said, "To your descendants I will give this land." And that's talking about Canaan. And this promise was repeated by God to Isaac. And then this promise was repeated by God to Jacob. And as we look at this account, I want us to stay focused on how Jacob sees himself as he leaves this world. His identity is fully bound up in his covenant relationship with God. Notice how his preparations are completely centered on the land of Canaan, the land God promised his fathers. He charges or commands or instructs his sons, "I'm about to be gathered to his people." That's God's people. "Bury me with my fathers." That's Abraham and Isaac, men of the covenant. And then he talks about the burial place a lot. He repeats himself. He lists some of the folks buried there, God's people buried there. But this is really not so much about that burial place. It's really about the land the cave is located in. A while back, Aaron and I bought burial plots here in Mullin. You see, Mullin is our Canaan. This is the land God brought us to. This is where God put us. And this is where, God willing, we will stay. And that's the thing about burial plots, isn't it? That's where you're planning on staying. And that's why there's so much talk in these chapters about where Jacob will be buried. Jacob is a man of God. God promised his descendants that land. And his insistence on being buried in that cave, in that land, is very much a product of how he views himself. You see, Jacob is putting promise over prosperity.